Okay, I'm going to try to tell my testimony. So I'm an old man now, and I can kind of say it now because I'm retired. But I got in August 1973. Both of my parents were alcoholics. They both had things that they had a hard time living with, and yeah, certain things. So they were functioning alcoholics. They would do 6 months on the wagon and 6 months off the wagon. We had as many of 7 of our siblings were living in the house at one time. It was rough. But in August of 1973, my dad was a sitting judge in Falls Church, Virginia, for the Court of Military Reviews, and his commanding general ordered him to retire. So he went from being 6 months on the wagon and 6 months off the wagon. They drank vodka, and my mom was on Mother's Little Helpers. It was very popular in the 60s and 70s. For prescription drugs, they were legal. It was legal dope, downers. And so they would drink their alcohol of choice with vodka. So when his commanding general ordered him to retire, they stayed drunk for 2 years straight. And we went back to San Antonio from Virginia via my cousins and my grandparents' house in North Carolina. We lived in a motel for a year, and then we got a house over in Terrell Hills, just outside of Brooke Army Hospital. I know it's a little too much information, but my freshman year of high school, I was going to Alamo Heights in high school. And in 74, it had just been too much for me. I ran away 5 times from home. I got busted 5 times for breaking and entering, me and my buddy Mike, and was on parole, seeing counseling and everything. And I found a children's Bible laid around the house, and I read that from cover to cover like 5 times. It was an illustrated Bible. So I crawled up on the roof of my parents' house. I was hiding behind the fireplace, and there was a flat spot. It was the white stones on the roof, like they have in Texas. And I took 2 sticks and made a cross out of the angle on the angle part of the roof. And I cried out to God to kill me. And he showed up. I didn't see him, but I knew he was there. And the proof of it is underneath those 2 tree branches that I set on the roof. The stones underneath it became really white. And my sister pointed it out to my cousins when they came in 75, when my mama drank herself to death. Anyway, so I went downstairs after this, and in my 14-year-old mind, I went and got one of my mama's little helpers, these little yellow pills. And I figured, well, I'm going to take one of those, and I'll just go to sleep and never wake up again, because I called out for the Lord to kill me. I didn't want to live. And it was just all darkness. And I went to sleep at like 5 in the afternoon on the couch, and I slept to about 8 o'clock the next morning. So no such luck. I'm still alive. But in September 25th, 1975, my mom, she drank herself to death. Cirrhosis of the liver. She drowned in her own blood. My sister found her. Anyway, so that's pretty much my story. And I'm not trying to tell anybody that I'm holier than thou. I had my problem with thank God to the San Antonio Police Department and my friend Mike Gentry to kind of help me through all that. And they were good to me. They shouldn't have been. Mike went to the farm, and then he went to the big house. God had delivered me from substance abuse when I was 14, when we were runaways and stuff like that. You name it, we tried it. And then I had to do the same thing again later when I was in the Navy at 22. God delivered me from that too. But the whole reason that I'm telling you this is that when the cousins came in and asked my little sister, she told them, they said, "What's that white cross up on the roof?" And they said, "That's when John tried to commit suicide, and God made the stones whiter under the stick than the petals of the roof." So that's the way it was, and it was like that until I left when I joined the Navy in 1978. So shout out to John Michael Montgomery for the song "The Little Girl." I can't watch it without crying. Ours wasn't that bad, but it was bad. Yeah, all my siblings paid a price for that. I know a lot of folks that had it work. My friend Micah had it worse growing up with his stepdad. And I've had other friends that had it worse as well. Anyway, I just thought that might be of use to somebody who could use it. And that was 50 years ago. One year shy of 50 years ago. This is 2023. So it was 1974 when that happened. And so I've known God revealed himself to me in a children's Bible in 1974. And my dad was the son of a preacher, but we never went to church. We went to church probably 2 or 3 times in our whole upbringing, you know. And my grandfather's nephew was a big preacher in Southern California. Power of possibility thinking didn't do me any good. It was hard to look at when we hadn't eaten for a while. They didn't feed us. If it had been for my brother-in-law, my former brother-in-law, we wouldn't have eaten. And my sister, when she brings home some food. But yeah, you could live in a real nice house and not eat. Anyway, TMI. I know there's too much information. We'll see how the video comes out, but I think I'll post it on my YouTube if it came out okay. And just remember that Jesus is real and he cares. And I'm still alive. I've been expecting to die since I was a kid. And I'm 63. I've been on borrowed time for a long time. And I could go today and I'd be a happy camper, but maybe this will help somebody out. Hopefully my siblings will forgive me for it. I love you guys. And maybe could help my children and my grandchildren out too. Just honest, heartfelt. Couldn't say anything about this stuff for 40 years, basically. 45 years. But that's all good. And like I said, go check out that movie or video, John Michael Montgomery and his song "The Little Girl" on YouTube. Y'all have a good day. Adios, amigos. God bless you. May the good Lord take care of you. He's there. He'll save you from the hell that you're living in. Well, he might not save you from the pain of it, but he can save your soul. So there's 8 million children go missing every year, from what I understand. It's not cool. Anyway, God bless y'all. Bye.